Now, there you go. Okay, so as you were talking about, we are moving along pretty quickly here. But again, this is a really cool thing about the banning draft. You get to look at the pool every single time and see just new heroes and new strategies as a result. So, you talked about the bans: Tempest, Gauntlet, Fade, Moon Queen. First pick Magnus, and then Lodestone Torture to follow up. Aluna so far coming out for our team on the Hellborn side over here. So.
Yeah, I thought Lodestone and Tort were just phenomenal and probably worth the trade-off for the Magnus pick, honestly. Also left in the pool right here that I was looking at, outside of a War Beast, which could be, they don't need that anymore because they have a very powerful Suicide already with Lodestone. I was looking at the Dampier as a potential carry. They have the Zephyr effect, but there's no real healers. I mean, they have Bramble, but not a big deal. Voodoo can always be run as support, but yeah, Dampier looks actually like a pretty healthy option right now in this pool. I love that Dampier, the active carry across the board.
Yeah. You do see Voodoo Jester, of course, on the board right there, being right-clicked from FAHM, 4.5 man, I believe is what it stands for. And there you go. Sure enough, it is going to be Voodoo Jester. And so, you know what? I'm so used to lockpick. I'm thinking that they only get one pick right there.
Yeah,
and all of a sudden,
how does he get two?
Two picks happen.
Yeah,
so.
I got to say, as a carry, I would have much rather seen Dampier. I feel like Silhouette tapered off a lot. Dampier, especially with the addition of Grimoire and all that, is able to just get active and deal a lot sooner. You see the Hellborn team picking up Dampier right there. So, yeah, I got to say I'm 10 thumbs down to the Silhouette pick, but I do love the Hellborn team for picking up that Dampier.
Yeah, Dampier, definitely. You mentioned it with the Grimoire power especially. It seems like it really opened up the door for him to be a very, very solid hero. So picked up over here by the Hellborn side. They still got their final pick to make, and it is going to be Polywog Priest to round things up. So they got their 5-man lineup to go. You look back over here on the Legion side, Alonia being right-clicked. I mean, you look at the lineup that they have so far, I guess Alonia could be an option.
If they pick up Alonia, they're going to be so switchy between Tort, Alonia, Voodoo Jester, Silhouette, and I'm looking at this Mag, Dampier, Aluna, just wanting to run around and create pain. So it's going to go back to the laning phase, and you know, taking a look there, if they are suiciding Tort and choosing to run dual lanes from there, I mean, we'll actually have to see whether they do choose to suicide that. I mean, they could create some pressure early on for that Silhouette, give them that early farm, and then rotate and create dual Torture and go mid to start out and play more of a farmer role.
Yeah.
Also, Alonia, it's kind of weird because Tort and Alonia, usually you see only one of them play that sort of spell-based carry on the team, so, and they already have that support in VJ, so who's going to play the secondary? I'm curious to see. I feel like Tort is just a little bit stronger than Alonia overall.
Yeah, in that role. So again, though, we know nothing about these teams basically. So there's kind of two sides to this now. Usually with the lockpick, at least we can kind of gauge, you know, from the lockpick how the drafting stage goes. But this with banning draft, I mean, again, it's a completely unique pool. So it's hard to tell, you know, just from the draft alone where these teams stand, because it can be difficult with banning draft to make those decisions. But you know, here we are. We're gonna get into this game now. We will get more information on that. So the jungling option, I believe, the only legitimate jungling, I guess you could say, that I saw was the War Beast out there, and he did get passed up. So now their team choosing to go that option. And of course, we've even been seeing him in the suicide role when he gets picked up. So, but here we are in game number 1 now. We got 4.5 men. All 5 of them are going to be heading towards the top lane right away. Whereas the Hellborn team, they're all chilling in base currently, buying their items still. So.
Yeah, Pestilence is kind of confined to the short lane there, and Polywog sort of forced to go mid, unless he's playing that. He actually bought his own ward, so looking like, yeah, given their team, actually, he is forced to play more of that supportive role. Interesting to actually choose Polywog. Polywog as a support, I can't say I'm a fan of seeing him go to any other lane besides top and being more of a bowler, so he can try to get that experience, try to get that 6 sooner than later. I feel like his skill set is overall just pretty weak until he hits level 6. In terms of laning. So.
I know in Tri-Lands we actually saw, actually hold that thought for a second. Pestilence in some trouble. Rocket Drill coming out. The glacial spikes and everything else. Pestilence well far right here. He gets his stun off, and it was his gets Pestilence. The Impel, of course, he gets it off, but it just doesn't matter. Bloodlust kill coming out here for the Legion team. Pestilence was just completely caught off guard. He was just sitting at the tower, you know, thinking that he was fine, but obviously that wasn't the case. So good start here for our Legion side, as all 5 of them roam and sure enough pick up the Bloodlust kill. So, but yeah, you were talking about Polywog going to be playing that support role here for Magnus more so, and you know, we did see Polywog in the tri-lane setup very rarely, but we saw him kind of in that support role. every now and then there. But yeah, I mean, when you think Polywalk Priest, at least for me, you know, I think No-Tail, I think solo mid, and
yeah,
very, very powerful in that case. So
right, but just given their team, they already had 3 melees across the board, Pestine, Mag, and you can get away with the secondary support Mag, sure, but as far as Pestine, Dampier goes, they need their farm. Interesting tri-lane coming out, man. Triple range coming out here. Tri-lane beats dual lane. It'd be like a water versus a fire Pokemon, essentially. So right now it's already bad. And then you look at triple ranged against Pestilence, and it's going to be a bad time. They need to do something to mix that up. I mean, Aluna sitting in this lane right now will not do much for him.
I mean, I've always stressed that I love Pestilence. There's no doubt in that. But yeah, this is not a game, at least in this stage right here. It's already getting bloodlusted, and with the lane circumstances, they need to make those adjustments as you're talking about. And I mean, it seems like to me, maybe moving the Polywalk Priest up to the top lane, but even then, you're still dealing with a pretty aggressive tri-lane up here coming out from our Legion side, which, by the way, it looks like Torture is more the focus farm out of these 3 heroes over Alona and Voodoo.
Protection, yeah, so. Well, furthermore, I'd like to see them just keep focusing on the lane control here for the first 2 waves. Aluna actually ended up using her power throw, so going to sacrifice that lane control really, really quickly here. And once they get it pulled back, the 2 supporters in the lane can sort of sit off to the side and box them out of experience range. Pretty much give complete and total experience and free farm there to the
Legion side over here. 4.5 men.
So and just responding to something real quick there.
Getting distracted over there. All right, so we do see Pestilence kind of pushing up. Oh, look at Voodoo Jester coming to the acid cocktail. Great bounces back and forth. Chain reactions on top. The glacial spikes are used. Aluna instant drop. Nice impale though from Pestilence. Oh, and the Garbrock on a Voodoo Jester. It keeps Aluna alive. The fact that it even went Gore at level 2 is a little shocking.
Yeah.
Hey, it paid off right there, helping to keep him alive. I mean, with the bottom lane, holy crap, Polywalk Priest nearly dying to a solo Silhouette. So seems like a lot of trouble early on. Actually, though, Silhouette may get turned out right here. Not enough mana for Magnus over the Lava Surge turnaround. And Silhouette will, in the end, be fine. So very close plays all over the map.
Yeah, I mean, if they can just get Silhouette sent out a little bit of extra regen here. He already has his life tube, and he actually missed it out there. But if they can send out some extra regen, he can just pick up his boots here instead. And he can keep dominating this lane. As I said, Polywog, I look at it more like an enhanced creep in the lane. Much like a Witch Slayer until maybe level 4, level 5, where his skill set does a bit more damage. I mean, level 1 Electric Jolt, man, the damage is pitiful.
It's just
75,
not worth the
honestly. Like, yeah, it's it honestly, if you need that damage, sure, but it's basically like an enhanced auto attack. So yeah, not too good there, and slow, not very good stats. Just it is an enhanced creep.
Ooh, Voodoo Jester nearly falling right there. He was having some fun harassing Aluna as she was doing the creep pull on the double stack camp, but Voodoo Jester nearly got turned on as a result of that between Pestilence and Aluna. No Gore procs though for Pestilence. And for Pestilence, Voodoo Jester was able to survive. So, you know, the only matchup we haven't talked about yet is this middle matchup. Lodestone versus, I almost said Dracula. It basically is. Lodestone versus Dampier here. Lodestone is winning slightly, but it seems like a little back and forth matchup here.
Yeah, Lodestone seems like he's out harassing with a slight amount, 50 extra gold per minute. They're both pretty damn thick. I mean, Dampier's healing up. I don't expect to see any kills without outside interference. Top lane, once again, the lane is pushing out. Pestilence actually doing a phenomenal job of repeatedly saving this Aluna from any sort of danger. So he's actually picking up experience here against this tri-lane, which to me maybe indicates that they should have focused on warding the pull a bit more. Also, being in the off lane, not being able to really contest that pull as much, kind of screwed them there when he did get the double stack. I mean, sure, they lost a little bit of lane control, but it should bounce back here in a little bit. Well, Pestilence level 4 here. That's, I mean, look at that, really.
It's great. I mean, yeah, the fact is, I mean, you pretty much said it. That if anything, we're expecting the Hellborn team that they needed to make the adjustments, but because of how this has turned out, despite no adjustment.
Roaming middle lane, breaky.
Yeah, Dampier in some trouble. There comes the stun from Lodestone. The Haste Rune activated and gets the kill. The Rocket Drill, just a little bit too much for him right there. Despite the placement not being the best, the Haste Rune made all the difference right there and gets the kill. Onto Man of Gondor. How about that right there? Playing the Dampier. So Dampier was having a pretty good time, but that's obviously going to slow down. Let's swing the Lodestone with the haste. He goes right here. Beautiful stun on both Magnus and Polywog. Magnus gets killed. Polywog will be fine at the end, but meanwhile at the top lane, Aluna's also in some trouble. She does have the Cursed Crown on top of the Mojo. Going to be taken out right there. Pestilence trying to get at least a return kill. Wants revenge for his fallen teammate. One more auto attack. Will he get it in time? Nope. Yes, he will. Voodoo Jester will fall right there. Pestilence needs to be a little careful now as he's taking that creep in, but Dampier comes out of nowhere with the flight, and down goes Torture. A couple of big kills here for the Lord of Gods.
A big mana out coming from Pesty. I mean, he knew the case, so he knew Torture did not have enough mana to do any sort of damage to him in response. He knew he had the boots picked up, and poor little Voodoo Jester there being forced as a tri-lane hard support, just sitting there pretty much totally naked, getting completely romped on. So yeah, Aluna falling, but at a pretty big cost. Now Dampier hitting level 6, he's back into this game in spite of the pick-off that happened on a mid.
Yeah, using hitting the level 6 pursuit.
Uh-oh!
Now the Vampire fly into low zone right here. Magnus coming up with a beautiful line stun. Yes, it will be enough for the kill right there. Aluna obviously also there for assistance. Another big kill coming out from the Hellborn team. So some momentum being picked up. Our Legion side so worried about making shout-outs that all of a sudden our Hellborn team getting some kill. No, obviously joking with that, but no, Lords of God, I guess it is. They getting 3 kills in a row now. Definitely making a solid comeback early on in this game, and giving some hope here, specifically for Dampier. I mean, the fact that Dampier has gotten 2 kills now since that death, very big news. He's now at 280 gold per minute, and he gets a nice little regen rune that he can bottle up right there. Yeah. So
I'm going to be watching this still. I'm curious to see what item ability goes. He has 1,400 gold saved up here. Curious to see whether he's going to go for something more aggressive, like a Steam Boots Energizer early game with some investments and get down and dirty with his team, or whether he's going to play more that safe round, go the typical Nullstone. I like to see an item build that's more capable of fighting early, because more often than not we've seen silhouettes get overrun when they go for the farm, like too much of the hard farm early on. I like when I see that they can get active with their team, but we'll have to see. Aluna is here on the bottom lane, getting scouted out by Magnus here, Breaky.
Oh, meanwhile, the top lane, though, Voodoo Jester getting double stunned right here, then Impale on top of the Aluna stun, gets the Cursed Crown off, but Aluna's more than enough life to be fine. Torture just couldn't do enough. Good aggression coming up for the Hellborn side, but as you're talking about the bottom lane, Magnus trying to save his teammate, not going to happen though. Polywog Priest will fall, and Magnus just has to walk away. So Alonia being down here, it's Silhouette level 7 now. Really having a dominating time here at this bottom lane somehow against that Polywog Magnus combination. Yes, Alonia's there now, but for the longest time she wasn't. So Imba Penguin, is that what it is? Imba Pingu.
Yeah, just honestly, he's playing his lane right though. Magnus pretty low arm for Polywog, can't really assist much, and he's just doing a fantastic job. Steam Boots vestments are picked up. The holy combination just
very good combo by Dampier right there, using the consume, and you see him transform, hits the 3 essences, takes out Lowstone right there. So Dampier's a scary hero, man. You do not want to get him to snowball. I mean, again, he got killed initially, but since then he has 3 hero kills, and now he's sitting at that 300 gold per minute mark. However, in the meantime, Pestilence in a lot of trouble right here. He will probably fall, as may Aluna, the Mojo, going to do the work, and the final auto attacks to finish off Pestilence as well. So they ran into a very dark area right there and end up both getting taken out. So a couple of big kills coming out for our Legion side now, as Torture leading the way with that. So
yeah, a little bit of overconfidence, I think, because they were doing pretty well in the lane. Actually, they recovered quite well. Pestilence was up to level 6. I mean, they just got a kill on the Voodoo a minute ago.
Yes.
So yeah, with that kill in mid, they just felt a little bit too confident. They came and got punished with Aluna roaming back to the top lane. Lodestone here on the bottom, though, looking to set up a little bit more action, charging that ultimate, Breaky.
Oh, he's going to go in. Okay, never mind. He couldn't find the opportunity. In the meantime, Dampier takes out Voodoo Jester right there, finds Voodoo Jester by himself, gets a free kill. Yeah, I mean, that can happen with Lodestone, especially without a portal. I'm sitting here thinking he's going to portal key in, but realizing, yeah, he doesn't have a portal key just yet. He's going to get the drill in. In the meantime, Magnus with the Lava Surge, going to save Polywog Priest for now. Not enough in the end, though. The head smash on top of Silhouette's burst with the auto attacks gets the kill. Dampier, though, he wants some blood, and he's going to get some blood to consume to take out Lodestone right there. And he will walk away.
Dampier's insane, but back on action top, Breaky.
Oh, yeah, look at the top lane. You see Alona trying to get away. Pestilence actually trying to finish off Torture, that is. Alonia's assisting Torture.
Go for the power throw for the double
tap. Pestilence. Oh, no power throw just yet. There's the power throw. Will finish off Torture. Yeah, you're right. He had an opportunity.
Oh, perhaps he was up both. Quite yet. It was like a couple seconds, but yeah, it was looking like they were both getting low. I could have seen them just trying to run and lining up and him just gunning them down, but not quite. But yeah, every time I think the Hellborn team is like going to go through a little bit of a suffer there, the Dampier just comes right on back and just kills someone, man. Lodestone, he's been hunting Lodestone 3 times now. Yeah. So 5-1. Dampier, though, looking back to him before there's action bottom lane, oh my god.
Oh, this is Dampier, man.
Yeah, that is Dampier. Welcome.
Yeah.
Count Chocula is absolutely going crazy right now.
You were stressing it. You were thinking the Legion team should have picked it up. They did not. Instead, it was responded with Lords of God. And he is the biggest factor, of course.
Had those feels about the Dampier, man.
Yeah.
What can I say? But yeah, he's going crazy. Team that's actually been enjoying the use of Dampier lately, I think SGEU, formerly X Trademark, formerly Trademark Esports.
Oh, God. Yeah.
I know a lot of teams actually before the patch were saying Dampier would become quite viable, but look at what, oh my God.
Oh, the tongue tied. Is it going to be enough? It's going to be enough. The Hex on top of the Lava Surge down the Vampiric Flight, and down goes Lodestone.
Can he stop? I mean,
with the kill. Yeah, he is dangerous.
Every 30 seconds, he's just going and claiming someone's life. Like, it honestly doesn't even matter. Gonna look to see a Light Brand picked up here, and meanwhile, top lane getting the double tap. And was this a voodoo? See, that's not okay. In a 2v2 situation, you should know exactly what you're going up against. There was no secret person ganking it. It was strictly a 2v2 lane that they got a position for.
Yeah. Yeah, Curse the Ground doing some work right there.
Yeah, and to get 2 heroes instead of just 1, just, yeah, a great oversight coming out. And they're making Dampier definitely do his work here to try to carry him.
Yep. You were talking about, so let's take a look at item pickups now, as this has been an action-packed game, no doubt. 20 hero kills in only 11 minutes. I love seeing this so far. But you mentioned Dampier, very possibly going to be going for that Light Brand here. He does have another 1,000 gold saved up with the Apprentice Row already purchased. Other than that, nothing too crazy standing out on the Hellborn side. I mean, you got Magnus, he's got his Steam Boots power supply, so building up fairly nicely. And then Pestilence as well, Blood Chalice, Mystic Vestments, and his boots. So kind of starting. Oh, the Arcana actually purchased by Dampier. So
and Silhouette not going to go the stats route, instead going to go for that Nullstone pickup, which I understand it against the Dampier, but I feel like if he just went for those stats earlier, he could have bought Energizer a couple times. Now he might have had the survivability and the mobility to not get killed a couple times and put out a little bit more hurt. Either way, I missed that Pollywog. Gonna wind up killing him anyway, though. Geez.
Yeah, Silhouette gonna finish. Silhouette's just having a hell of a time at the bottom. She's been at the whole game, and she's managed to just.
Pollywog needs to stop going bottom.
Yeah.
Like, there's.
Well, especially when the team's pushing top like this.
Makoko, it's Silhouette, man. I don't know what to say. He's level 10. He's just having a field day farming you, man. You're like a Monopoly Go marker.
Just let it be. Oh, Torture in a lot of trouble as Dampier comes in with a Vampiric Flight. The Consume down, finish him off. Magnus with the Erect Retain on the background. Oh, he moved a little bit too early. However, he may help finish off Aluna Infinite Jester. In comes on Rocket Drill. Lodestone with the explosion. Boom goes the Dynamite. Down goes Pestilence. Magma with the Lava Surge. So he does finish off Alonia. And now Magnus going to try to make the getaway. I believe he will be fine. Meanwhile, up here, Aluna is also on the run. Silhouette True grapples aggressively. She's going to go for the kill. Magnus does it, but at what cost right here? Need to be careful. Oh, he does have a haste rune, though. He will be fine. Lodestone, though, cuts off Aluna and finishes off the hat trick. So big fight in the end right there for the Legion side. As Polywire Priest is going to just try to push the bottom lane in the meantime.
Yeah, and they should get some quick pressure here in the middle. I mean, looked like Magnus was channeling his ulti there and moved. Figured he just wanted to get it in position sooner, but Lodestone came in at the right time, interrupted Dampier's advance, and just completely wound up taking him out.
Yeah,
that's a great response coming out from Random or what.
You see Apollo Priest again pushing that bottom tower, but not going to be enough for the kill. The tower stood plenty of life, puts the wards down, gets a good amount of damage, but will be saved.
He's just really into this bottom lane, and it's doing nothing for him.
Yeah.
Like, it's doing nothing for him. His team was fighting top. I mean, he was dead during that time, I think, and he wouldn't be able to get there in time.
Well, I think he's playing in more of a solo Polywog, which he wasn't this game. He was a support Polywog. I mean, he needs
doesn't have boots yet, man. I mean, I don't know if he's playing as support solo Polywog. He's missing the marker. Meanwhile, bottom lane about to get smashed. Silhouette, Alonia, and
literally smash.
Yeah. Head smash.
Magnus, okay, making the kid away. There's a lot of Surgery avoids a tree crap. Alonia's running in with the red stun. Not going to be in time, though. The Rocket Drill hits. The Glacial Spike's coming out. Still alive, though. Flash Freeze used on top of that. Magnus on the run. Magnus on the run. 2 seconds. Lava Surge. 1 second. Head smash it. Will set up the kill onto Magnus. So just not enough in the end to get away. Dampier's also going to fall. Cursed Ground on top of the ultimate from Voodoo Jester with that Spirit Ward of his. And, of course, Torture doing plenty, I'm sure, as well. So
I'm not sure if Magnus needed to go do that juke in the trees there. I felt like if he just walked forward, waited for the Lodestone to use that, I don't even know what it's called. Yeah, the Rocket Drill, when he throws that little thing down. He just stunned backward at that point just to juke that. He would have been fine. But trying to juke just allowed them to gain a lot of ground on him, too.
Yeah.
I mean, Aluna was covering his back, so I don't know.
Not able to get away in the end. So, again, action this game. 16 to 12 hero kills in favor of 4.5 men. However, the momentum has definitely been in their favor quite a bit lately. Nice night at the bottom lane, though, in the meantime, by the Hellborn side, specifically from Aluna right there. So, at least some good news there. But overall, you are looking at a 5,500 gold lead and a 4,500 experience rate, and Silhouette is leading the way with that. 365 gold per minute right now for her. She has another 1,300 gold saved up. She's already got Steam Boost, Sustainer, and that power supply. So looking very good right here. Polywog Priest again might be in a little bit of trouble. He's counter-warding right here. Well, but at what cost? The tree grapple, the perfect line's done. The auto attacks come out. Death Lotus nuke, maybe. No, the wards come down. Polywog Priest still alive. He will die in the end. But at what cost for Silhouette now? Silhouette goes down. Hey, that's an exchange that'll take.
That worked out, yeah. Kind of baited him out, had the wards on. Lodestone good miss with his rocket drill, and Magnus looking to try to find an angle to counter his shape, but they're sticking together. I mean, they have that max out impalement on Tort. They do not want to take an open field fight here. It would just be pretty damn grim, so I'd like to see him back on out here.
See them hugging the wards. Want to be able to use that to their advantage.
Not going for that light brand, not going for the steam boots, not going for the Vespers. I feel like light brand just allows Dampier to farm so ridiculously fast. He can pretty much take over the game. Sitting at 280 gold per minute after going on a 5-kill spree just means they took it a little bit too over aggressive. He could have had a quick light brand and just been, really, really power farming stacks like they were nothing. Yeah,
it seems like he is very concerned on continuing the game, which is fine, but the Shadow Storm being activated by Lodestone right here. He's going to go on to Aluna. Aluna's going to get exploded on. He will eventually fall with a head smash, and a quick kill coming out for the Legion's side. So it is just Aluna, but it also could mean a tower kill as well, as they are going to be pushing in. Magnus being spotted out by Torture right here. The impalement is active, and he's going to have to lava search away. In the meantime, Polywog Priest just melts in the background. He gets caught out, and the tower will easily fall. So the momentum continuing right now for our Legion team. Portal Key also just picked up by Lodestone, I saw.
Yeah.
As he's having that delivered now. So.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, like, keeping up with the gank, so there's nothing necessarily wrong with it, but you want to stay unpredictable as a ganker, and if you're simply going from the next hero visible on the map to the next, like, after each kill, eventually they're going to be like, okay, Dampier's coming, we're going to bring numbers here, and we're going to smash him this time. So being able to stay off the map a little bit, farm stacks really quickly, and continue to grow huge while you're ganking is, in my opinion, a lot more effective.
Yeah, well, then there's also the fact that, I mean, you do have a Pestilence who no doubt has solid carry potential, but I mean, he's just been getting nothing. He had a very difficult lane situation in the beginning. It looks like he's almost saving up too for a portal key, which I don't know if I agree with. Granted, this is a squishy team, but it's at a point now where you're going to be getting it so late. Maybe you would have been better off going for more.
Maybe if they get like a 3-man, Pesty stop off and have that follow up with the Dampier. They do have Magnus, who actually, surprisingly enough, in spite of going to duel versus duel, is a lot further behind that portal key, going for more build-up items instead there. But yeah, I mean, if they have that follow-up damage, the power throw maybe on top of the Pesty, on top of the Dampier, they get some kills. Maybe get the team fight going in their favor.
Yeah, I guess, the more I'm thinking about it, I guess you are in a situation where you got to play a little risky now if you are the Hellborn team, because it's starting to snowball out here.
If they were even still, I would say, dude, pick up your steam boots, please. Like, for sure. Given the fact that they've fallen this far behind, I can see them making a case for it. Ancient's being attempted here. They're actually quite low on the Legion team. Imagine being caught out here. They actually have a ward on the Hellborn side, but going to be scouted out by a ward they had placed in the enemy woods there by Wormhammer. So
yeah, that's right. I forget exactly when it happened. I think it was before the big balance patch, but Pestilence did get that the amp on his flight removed, actually. Hold that thought, though. Dampier going over here, trying to finish off Silhouette. One more out of maybe. No, the lockdown for the Legion side, keeping him alive for now. Dampier still going and will pick up the kill on Voodoo Jester. Wants some more blood. Nice job with the stun, though. Vampire flight. Oh, he gets the kill on Ilonia. The Curse of Ground will finish him off. In the meantime, in the background, Lodestone did fall. So overall, Dampier and Polywog fall for the 3 right there. Silhouette barely survived. Ooh, that could have been a little better for the Hellborn side, but at least they do come out on top. But yeah, that was close. Spell shards, by the way, were finished by Dampier, so he is going the spell shards route here.
So kind of like Revival, a little bit different. Yeah, going to farm a little bit slower with it. I mean, when you have level 3 spell shards, you can pretty much almost permanent spam too, especially with that bottle. So it's something. I just like the light brand a little bit more, just for sustain. I mean, it literally pretty much gives him infinite mana. Both do the job, I guess. And they don't really have vestments here except for Silhouette. So that being said, spell shards isn't the worst of pickups here.
True.
Spell shards 2 here, almost gonna be hitting for pure damage with the spells.
Yeah.
Until they choose to get vestments. Tort picked him up here, and Voodoo Jester just picked him up. So
yeah, it is starting to be gathered now.
Yeah.
Realizing that, yeah, Mystic Vestments probably are pretty good here. So
You know, the thing that bothered me most about that advance there while they were all low and they had the ward by the Ancients was Luna had a red power throw up even as Dampier went in, and it wasn't until after they countered on Dampier, after about 4 or 5 seconds, where he actually chose to activate it. So might have been able to help him out there with a well-placed shot. Of course, it's pretty hard from that distance, but he's bottom river. Would have liked to see him attempt to help with that. Still, they are gaining some ground back here in this game break. I mean, they were about 8K some down. And Pestilence with that portal key now, almost actually Steam Boots on top of it, already sitting at 627 gold.
Oh. Chain Reactions misses Aluna. Deja Vu's going to be activated, and he will survive. That was big. I mean, he just said that was honestly just more of a misplay from Torture right there. I think he would even admit that. That was Deja Vu wasn't even used. That was just simply not lining it up correctly. And Aluna, it does escape. So good escape right there. 2 portal keys. Did I just see a portal key picked up by Polywog? No. He didn't have that much money, did he? No, he definitely doesn't have enough.
With 120 gold per minute.
Oh, it's just delivered to Pestilence is what it was, I think. Okay.
Now, I don't think they had any vision of that being placed, but that ward there by Wormhammer and the top river is doing so much work from stopping their advance. Even if they try to push top tower, they're going to have full vision of them coming out. Magma's tried to rotate here. Pestilence is not there yet, so he's not going to be able to set anything up. If Pestilence comes here, they can definitely get a pick off, but he has no town portal.
I think they could get the kill with just them two. I mean, you got a
it's a
portal key.
for sure.
It would be an eruption. Oh, the power throw misses right there. Lava Surge is going to be used. Auto attack's coming out. Dampier is running over. He gets in with the Vampiric Fly. Gets the cover there with Terrorize. But at what cost? In comes a Shatter Star from Lozone. Trying to get the turn on Dampier. Oh, no. Not nearly enough. Now Lozone is completely vulnerable. Lava Surge done. He isn't vulnerable anymore, but it still might not be enough. No, it won't. Down he falls. Torture Chain Reactions miss. Big couple of kills right there for the Hellborn side. And they are now going to be pushing the top lane right here. So that was definitely pretty big.
Yeah, I was worried they would just back off at that point. They had a small window on that creep wave where Pestilence would be able to play and catch up. But they stayed, man. They stayed. Magma's Luna taking full advantage of it. Dampier rotating. And I don't know. Looking so paid the price trying to help his teammate.
Tower kill falling right there. And they are going to continue the push. I mean, look at that golden experience, man. You said it. 8,000 gold at a point. Now it's all of a sudden down to nearly 4,000. So pretty much just cutting over half of it here. And you got Dampier all of a sudden with a level 3 spell shards. He has another 1,500 gold on top of that. Or I guess level 2. Okay,
but
so
he might actually choose to get a pickup and keep him at level 2 for a little bit here.
Okay. Ooh.
It's pretty close to PK.
Alonia's going to fall. The portal keys, man, they are huge right here. So it's proven to be the good investment for Pestilence, no doubt.
Yeah, we might want to see a potential portal key pickup by Dampier here, sitting at 1,600 gold. It's going to be a free tower. They're not going to be able to stop this one. They're coming. They want to, but I think with the ward, as long as they played safe here.
Oh, big Shatterstorm. That's a big Shatterstorm. That's a huge Shatterstorm right there from Random R1. Down goes Magnus and everyone else. Aluna just trying to run away with the Deja Vu. Not going to happen. The portal key on Silhouette. The trigger grab on a finisher on Pestilence, the only one to survive. Holy crap. What a placement by Lodestone right there. And I agreed with you,
greedy
but
little piggies, man.
Well,
I thought it was a free tower because like they have the wards down. They can just pull back here. They can get it safe. They sat there. They sat there in a perfect line. Lodestone saw it. Beautifully placed rocket drill, man. Hitting 4 freaking heroes.
Yeah.
If I've ever seen spirits crushed faster than that, it's like, oh yeah, man, we got the game coming back. We're gonna get the tower. Dampier's sitting at 1,600 gold almost. I got my Steam Boots. I got like 1,200 more gold on Pestilence. I'm ready to crush. All of a sudden, man, everything just stripped away from them.
Yeah, that's a Lodestone's wet dream right there. What just happened?
Yeah,
I mean,
that was honestly the single-handedly best Lodestone stun I've ever seen.
It was big. It was
on
big.
the 4 very vulnerable targets. Yeah.
I mean, you're right though. All of a sudden, talk about getting everything sucked out of you. If you're the Hellborn side right here, they just had so much going for them. All of a sudden, like beautiful comeback early on, and it's now even worse.
They have nothing.
It's even worse than before. So. And you are dealing with a Silhouette. That portal key pickup proven to be very useful right away. He's going the classic noob G style, you can say, I guess.
They just gained 7,000 gold in swing, man. 7,000.
That's a lot of team gold for sure. Aluna running into an awkward spot right here. Does that back up? So does the Legion side, though. Oh, Voodoo Jets are going to be stunned on. In comes the Vampiric Flight and the Terrorize to finish him off. You see the tablet attempt right there. Not enough. Lodestone picked up the tablet, by the way. So Aluna will fall in the back row, but at what cost right here? Silver or Willie Lodestone comes in. That's an illusion now. Vampiric Flight, Terrorize. Lodestone's in some trouble. In comes the Chain Reaction for Torture, though. Impalement. The Torment activated. Dampier on the run. He is going to fall. Consume up in 3 seconds. Just not in time, though. So, again, the action just continuing. 48 hero kills in total. and we're only 24.5 just over that into this game right now. So I don't know if it's banning draft or just these two teams or what, but
I mean, these two teams, they have been playing very aggressive. It's pretty much, you can tell as soon as we start talking about a hero, they would die. As soon as we saw one fight going on, there'd be another one happening on the other side of the map. I mean, they've just been keeping at it here, man. Still like getting pretty close to trying to cut out himself and staying on that Nullstone. Plus Portal Key would be, you know, sound way to round out her initiate. And
yeah,
I don't think she needs that much more damage right now, so it'd be a good way to go.
You see Pestilence kind of pushing out this middle lane. A Shrunken Head for him would be huge, as it usually is on, well, frankly, any hero. But Pestilence, the fact that, especially with, I think he's one of those heroes, kind of like, hero that I came that stands to mind with the Shrunken Head, a Corrupted Disciple, who just really benefits, especially with that flight ability. He can just chase everyone down with a Shrunken Head up and, you know, get up there, get those Impale stuns off, and be very effective for the team. So Pestilence getting that finish will be big, but he is still a little bit of ways off of that. And then you got, of course, the Dampier situation as we keep looking back at. He did choose to go to level 3 spell shards and picks up the Mystic Vestments on top of that finally. So at least he's a little bit tankier with that said. But
something of a little bit of a controversial pickup here by the Tort that a lot of people, since the patch, they feel like Gnome's Wisdom sort of has been eclipsed, at least on the primary farmer Tort. Like a secondary support Tort, you might be able to make a case for the Gnomes. A lot of people feel like since the patch, just go Lightbrand instead. Yeah. It's a very similar cost, and you can actually build up a very, very powerful item, which helps the spell-based carry, you know, that Grimoire power for him. I'm kind of on the fence. Obviously, Gnomes does provide a lot of early game benefits, but meanwhile, Breaky, bottom lane, Lodestone getting caught out.
Lodestone, tongue tie comes out, Pestilence in there with the swarm. The power throw, Lodestone will fall. Polywalk Priest. He's had a difficult game, man. 8 deaths already. Almost was 9, but he just played that well enough. Got the team support in time. And Lodestone falls. So, I mean, I can't blame Lodestone right there. I thought he had the kill for sure, too, but just happened to be just a half a second off.
Oh, yeah, he's taking, I don't think he'd be doing that unless they had a 10 or 12k lead. Yeah. Going that deep for a solo kill on their underfarm Polywog, level 8. So, a little bit of life given back to them here. Tort with that Shrunken Head silhouette, about to pick up his Shrunken Head right here. 3,900 gold. You can see it one shot by.
How about Lodestone going the tablet route, though? I mean,
the
Portal Key.
Usually like to see the barbed armor. Even a helm sometimes. It's fine. Like, just getting away from that giant AoE cluster that they have. Not too bad. I would definitely like to see something more like barbed armor, though. He was building up for it. They have so much AoE on that team, and after his ultimate, he is pretty vulnerable. So yeah, that barbed. Imagine Polywog turning around on him there. Yeah. Afterwards, if he had his barbed activated, I mean, throughout all of that, he probably still would have dropped him. So.
Oh yeah. So, but yeah, going the tablet route, has another 1,000 gold, and I'll save up. We'll see what he goes for next. I mean, Silhouette, we mentioned the Nullstone pickup, and, you know, kind of looking more on the Hellboard side and the benefits, at least in that sense. Ooh, bottom tower goes down, by the way, for them. That's really good news. In the meantime, Initiation up here. Magnus, a big eruption coming off. Alonia will fall. A little deja vu, not going to be enough. The Torment activated Torture. Going to do some work right here. Magnus in a lot of trouble. Cursed Ground is on him. Pestilence just on the run, and Pale Stun. He's going to try to get away with that flight activated. Magnus will probably fall, I assume, in the background. And it looks like Pestilence, yes, he will be able to Portal Key away. Magnus is actually going to survive. Holy crap, with 48 alive, the Cursed Ground even beyond him at level 4, still not enough to finish him off, and he's going to Portal Key away. So, hey, that worked out. It's pretty much a trade-off, I guess, Aluna for Alonia. But more and more action continuing here. But what was I going to say? Oh, yeah, the Nullstone here. I mean, Nullstone is pretty damn good against a hero like Dampier. However, you know, with a hero like Pestilence, who can take it off pretty efficiently with a swarm,
but
he
can.
Still,
but at the same time, you're wasting your ulti at that point, which is pretty damn effective killing machine. See, he went Lightbrand anyway here on top of him. So yeah, in a case like this, I do disapprove a little bit of the gnomes, but it's still okay.
So yeah, it's like why even get the gnomes then? Yeah, you might as well have gotten the Lightbrand first. But
yeah, it's all right.
I mean, armor is nice at the same time.
Armor is nice. He already had the Ring of the Teacher, so it was 1,700 gold. Yeah. They did have a lot of team fights where a hero like Alonia could benefit a lot from it, as well as himself. So, but still, use coming out of it. Dampier looks like he wants a Shrunken Head of his own now. Silhouette, though, sitting at 5,400. Thought he was going to go Shrunken, but looks like he's more keen to pick up, say, a damage item at this point. And with how well they're rolling over him, probably feels safe to do so. Savage Mace, quick pickup.
It's quite the damage item. I got caught up for a second right there. Lodestone, though, getting jumped on. He will be fine. as he's able to rocket drill and then tablet away. So Pestilence just applying some pressure right there, but not enough. And that's kind of funny, though, considering Pestilence level 12 and Lodestone level 16 right there. But does get Lodestone to run away, so that's the good news. I'm sure Lodestone may have thought something else was going to be happening. Voodoo Jester trying to turn this right here. Oh, what? Voodoo Jester getting a little crafty with not much support nearby. He will end up falling. And yeah, I assume he miscommunication there, because that was just kind of silly for him to try to turn. In the meantime, though, Silhouette taking out Polywog Priest, and he ports out before they can even react. So Imba Pingu at least getting a nice counter kill right there. Double damage from bottom. Okay, he's going to bottle it up.
Yeah,
I might not want to
that's
pass
absolutely disgusting. They can take a free Conqueror attempt whenever they want. I mean, people are down there on the, the Legion side rather can take it, but yeah, not gonna pressure. Yeah, they just gotta ward up and push the lanes out, and then it's theirs.
Yep. The Savage Mace definitely did work right there, that's for sure, against the very underfarmed Polywog Priest, but still, it's a huge, huge damage item, of course. That was picked up by Silhouette, gonna pick up the refreshment rune right there.
Yep.
So yeah, you're talking about Kongor.
Yeah, I know they're worried because they have so many PKs there, Pestilence, Mag, and well, I guess Dampier doesn't have his. We thought he might be going on for a while, but a little bit worried to potentially throw the game. But if they push out the lanes, ward up, have Silhouette's illusion up and out, I mean, they should be fine. They can actually use it, even if they don't want to kill it, they can use it to sort of pull them into one spot just so that they can sort of gather them up and then slaughter them.
Yeah.
Just to make something happen here instead of sort of just moving around the map.
No, for now, speaking of that, our Legion team is moving around the map as a team for the most part, going to the top side now. The only outer tower is this top one, and it looks like 4.5 man, they're on a mission to change that and destroy all the outer towers here. We'll see if our Hellborn side can stop it. The Pestilence, he's still working on that Shrunken Head. Again, 31.5 minutes in. You would have hoped for a little bit better of a situation here on your Pestilence, but it's just at least he is getting by. Got the Portkey eventually, and the Shrunken Head. Once he has those two combo of items, though, he really does become a very, very difficult target to deal with.
Yeah,
so.
They should resign to, I think, give up this top tower until Shrunkens are completed and then try to fight him immediately afterwards. I feel like right now is not the best timing for their team. Just because I feel like proportionally they'll just be in a better place 2-3 minutes from now. Even though the enemy team is going to be picking up items and farming, I would just like to see them wait just a slight amount longer before committing. They are down, no matter when they take this fight. It's going to be heavily slanted in Legion's favor, of course, but this is, I think, slightly higher odds if they were to delay slightly. Still, Magnus is channeling. Yeah,
they're gonna. He's not channeling yet, but he's in a position to. So.
I thought I heard the sound effect for it, man. I was like, what?
Almost. There is a DD on Dampier, so that's a little bit of a threat here for our Legion side to keep in mind, but. It's, man, the Legion team, well, they actually commit to the kill right here. The tower is not in deny range. It's still just out of it. Get that 180, of course. Torch is going to push up the lane. There's a power throw to kind of counter a little bit, but this is going to be a dead tower. Whether or not it's denied now is the question. Oh, maybe not, actually. As Dampier will protect. There's a lot of fight going on. Here we go. The Shadow Storm in. The Rocket Drill. Dampier is going to be the focus fire of choice right here. Silhouette in the background. Magnus with the counter. Roshan though. Down goes Lodestone. Down goes Dampier, however. And Magnus also going to end up falling on top of Polywog Priest. So a 3-for-1 exchange in favor of the Legion team. Meanwhile, down here, Pestilence will finish off Voodoo Chester at least. But damage is definitely already done. Magnus does buy back, however. He gets a nice line stun right there, but not really the most follow-up. So Aluna and Zola going to be fine for now. The tower is going to fall right there. But the chase is on. Oh, a beautiful Impale stun, actually. Magnus coming in. The Lava Surge on top of that. Aluna will end up falling. And now Pestilence looking to get the kill on the Torture, but Torture didn't do much damage. Silhouette also putting out plenty. And down falls Pestilence. Magnus on the run. He's also going to fall. And Aluna's just going to walk away. So they tried, man. They tried.
They did. They just don't have the damage in the end. Some big plays, some big counter initiates. Pesty even with a good follow-up stun there. Just outside of Alunia's, what was it? I don't even know what the name of that ability is. It's a frigid field range. So the AoE, the ice field she puts on the ground there. Just out of it, got a huge double blink stun, but just not enough damage, man.
Yep. So now we see the base tower, of course, going to be pressured in between Silhouette and Torturer. You have no more buybacks. Well, you do have a buyback on Pestilence, but doesn't figure it's worth it at this point. The damage is going to be done. Or will it be? I mean, you can honestly say a buyback might be pretty good right here. Silhouette dropping pretty quickly, but he's going to survive. Consume was used by Dampier right there. The red stun not going to hit Silhouette as she jumps back in, tears apart both Dampier and Polywog Priest. And, well, that just makes things even worse now for the Hellborn side. So They are easily going to lose the melee match. You do see a vote you can see coming out, figuring it's just too much now. So we'll probably see that follow through. In fact, there we go. Game 1 is going to go to 4.5 men right here in this best out of 3 for this banning draft. Fun event. So, yeah, we definitely got fun there. I mean, holy crap. 37 to 26 hero kills in only a matter of about 35 minutes right there. So that in itself was definitely made it worth it. But, again, expect to see some diversity as well. So having some fun there. Good start to this event, I think it's safe to say.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, both teams putting on a good show for us. I mean, back and forth early game, we got to see the aggressive tri-lane come out. They made it work. The silhouette pick. I mean, the Polywog was a bit questionable to throw it on there to the Wolves and the bottom laner to the Wolf, I should say, in silhouette. But and he did have a suffer time, but it was a fun game. And that's why I love banning pick, man. Banning draft, banning pick.
Banning deaths, I know.
I know, whatever.
This is banning draft. This is the better one, damn it. Well, for diversity at least. Anyway, so so again, a fun game 1. Obviously, game 2 going to be just around the corner right here. As always, we are going to take a short break. So sit tight, ladies and gentlemen. But game number 2 going to be coming out. Just before that, though, again, a quick reminder. I did want to bring up one more time about the subscriptions that I mentioned earlier. Something important that I forgot to say is where will that money ultimately be going towards? Because it's not going to us by any means. It's going to line
your pockets, Breaky.
It's not going to go to our pockets by any means. No, the money, the idea is that we can then use the money that you guys would subscribe with to go back into basically our esports, running more tournaments, running more events, and definitely stuff we'll have more information on. But that's definitely what it's going to be going towards. So it is for a very good cause when it comes to competitive heroes in New Earth. So really just to make a point of that as well. So do if you like. If you don't, hey, you still get everything that you can come to expect.